calculations, you don't make a mistake out here. So let's see what this chapter has in store for us. How many schools have done this chapter apart from Glendale? Phoenix. This has been done in Rockwell? Not yet, right? No. Chirek? Not yet done. No. Good. The more it is not done, it is good. Okay. So our chapter is linear equations in two variables. This is also written as simultaneous linear equations in many other books of mathematics. Simultaneous linear equations. Okay. And this is linear equations in two variables. What is so different out here? In grade 8, we used to do something which was known as linear equations in one variable. Grade 8, we used to do linear equations in one variable. Your equations used to be something like ax plus b is equal to c. This was a equation we used to do in grade 8, which was linear equation in one variable. Remember one thing, if the variable, whatever is the variable count, you need that many number of equations to solve that equation, to solve the variables. So in grade 8, how many counts of variable you had? You had only one count of variable, like an x or only a y. Therefore, the number of equations was also 1. And it is called linear because the power of the variable is 1. So have you understood why it is called linear equation? Now in grade 10, we will have linear equations in two variables, which are also known as simultaneous linear equation, right? So I'm going to rub this, and what all we will learn in this chapter, let's see. We will learn, basically our idea will be to solve simultaneous linear equations. Let us make our mind map first. What we will do in this chapter, our job will be to solve simultaneous linear equations. Means in short, the variables can be m, n or anything, but standardized we say x and y are the variables. We are supposed to find the value of x and y. Such solving can be done in two ways. One is known as the graphical method. The graphical method. And the second is known as the analytical method. Right? Graphical method obviously will be a graphical exercise. We will do that also today, nothing to worry. And in analytical method, we would be seeing first learning about some criteria and types of equation. Okay. Types of equation. Types of equation means within simultaneous linear equation, we will see types of equation. Then we will see solving methods. And in solving methods, we usually have two methods, the method of elimination and the method of substitution. Okay, we will see these two. And then finally, we will have some word problems. Cross multiplication is not there in your syllabus. It used to be earlier there in your syllabus. It's not there in your syllabus. Okay. This is what we're going to study. So our approach, first we will do what? We will get into graphical method. We will first understand the basics of graphical method. When I say graphical method means we are not going to touch our pen and paper to do any sort of analytical calculation. Our answer should come in the method of graphs only. Okay? Is this thing understood by everyone? This is the chapter all about, right? Chalte hain. Let's go further. Now, let's come back to a linear equation. Linear equation. A linear equation means it will have only one variable. I'm saying linear equation in say two variables, whatever it is, but one equation. Okay. So let my equation be something like, okay, I'm not writing as of now. A linear equation will involve two variables. The variables will be x and y. Okay. Now how these variables are mapped? Y is always generally taken as the x and y, where x is always taken as my dependent variable. Arey yaar, na mistake likhta hu now. X is known as my independent variable. Independent variable. And my y is said to be the dependent variable. Standard format. let's say I write an equation y equal to ax plus b. Is this a linear equation in two variables? Yes. So here x is a dependent, so x is an independent variable because you can put any value of x, right? You can input any value. However, y has a value for each input of x. For each input of x, say I take x equal to 2, I get a value for y. Y will be 2a plus b. I take x equal to 0, y is equal to b. I take x equal to 3, it is 3a plus b. So for every input of x, I have a different output of y. So y is dependent. Y का answer कैसा आएगा? Y's answer will always be dependent. Dependent on what? What you take as an input for x. Is this thing understood? Right? Clear? Further, now in the form, now let's take a standard equation as y equal to ax plus b. Now this is a linear equation in two variables, but when we go to coordinate geometry, that is you go to next year, coordinate geometry, this is also known as the equation of a line or a straight line. Rather, I'll use the word equation of a line. A linear equation in two variable is always the equation of a line, which means that if you graphically plot this equation, whatever it is, you are always going to plot nothing but a line. And a line is a geometrical entity which extends on both sides. I mean, you will be plotting this y equal to ax plus b. Have you understood? Right? Now, in our chapter, we have got two linear equations. Now, those two linear equations in standard format, we write them in this manner. Say, the first one is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. Now, you might say, sir, are these two different formats? These are not different formats. This is called the standard format of equation. When you go to grade 11, then this will be called standard form of equation of a line. What will we call it? Standard form of equation of a line. But it is a linear equation in two variables because there are two variables. Each variable is carrying its power as 1, right? Here, if you want to convert this, say suppose I want to convert this, then it becomes what? Negative ax plus 1y minus b is equal to 0. Even this equation can be brought to standard form. This is also a standard form. But we don't write this. We will be writing the standard form in this manner. So this is my linear equation 1. Do you agree? For this linear equation 1, when I plot a graph, don't you think I should get one sort of a line for this? So I can write that this equation will represent graphically one sort of line. Agreed? No intention. But the chapter is simultaneous linear equation. So there has to be another equation a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Do you agree or not? This particular equation will also represent another line. Yes or no, bhai? Yes, this line. So my graphs are done. What is my end target? To find the value of x and y, right? And we have to solve it graphically. So in other sense, I am looking for something which is known as a solution. Solution in plain English, as we say, two fighting persons. Whenever there is a solution is where you shake hands, right? Now let's see two lines. Lines extend on both sides. That means this line is going to extend on this side. This line is going to extend on this side. Do you see a crossover? Yes, there is a crossover. Two lines, children, I'm drawing them with one color only. This will speed up my explanation. Two lines can show three type of behavior. My lines can either intersect with each other. This is one type of a behavior. My lines can be parallel to each other. This is one. Or my line can be such that if this is one line, my other line is exactly on this line itself. Right? पढ़ लेने से ही problem है ना. Little knowledge is very dangerous. Okay. Is there any other form of thing that you expect? I don't think there is. You can't expect this line to come back again. It's not a nagin that it will come again and cross. The other children who have not studied this chapter as a part of their school, okay, whoever are present here, which it has not been taught times, it's not been taught to you. Have you understood this? Shreya, Ali and Anurag, have you understood this? Aditi, have you understood what I've spoken so far? Okay. Each equation Hanji, Hanji. Which one? Which one you want me to explain? Bolo, kahan se bata? Okay. Every equation, is this the chapter is all about? Have you understood this slide or not? This slide, have you understood? Right. Okay, fine. So your job is to find out the value of x and y. You've got two choices. Either you mathematically, means analytically solve it, or you solve it through graphs. The first part of the chapter is solving through graph. Means I am not allowed to use my pen and do calculations. I have to solve it graphically, right? So when you solve it graphically, I basically see two linear equations. A linear equation when plotted on graph will always give me a straight line, right? In grade 11, you will learn this as equation of a line in standard form, So if this is one equation, linear equation, where a1 and b1 are the coefficients of what? X and y. c1 is the constant term, understood? So this will represent in one line, which is the yellow line. And this equation is going to represent another line, which is the blue line. Two lines can show how many type of behavior? The two lines can intersect each other, possible. The two lines can be parallel to each other, maybe in this orientation or in this orientation or in a slanted orientation, whatever. They can be parallel to each other. Or the two lines can be such that one line is exactly over the other line. Try and think, is there another fourth combination possible? You can speak. It may be wrong, but don't hesitate. Do you think another fourth possibility is there? I don't think there is any other possibility. Yes, the parallels can be like this, whatever, in different angles, but they can be parallel, they can intersect, or they can always be one over the other. Agreed? Right. In such a case, let's give some English names to them. This is intersecting line, right? These are parallel lines, and this is called coincident. The name for this is coincident, where one lies over the other is called coincident. Understood? Now you are looking for solution. You're looking for solution. Imagine the first equation to be a person and the second equation also to be a person. Just like the parabola story that we did in polynomial. These two people fight with each other. What is a solution? A solution is something where both of them agree. Do you like chicken biryani? Yes. You like? Yes. That's the only thing common between us. Otherwise, I hate you. I hate you. So wherever they intersect, don't you think it's a solution? That's a solution, right? Because the point of intersection will be common to this line also, to this line also. So in graphically, a solution is a point of intersection between two lines. Do you understand? So if I see this, how many times can two lines intersect with each other? Intersect. It can only intersect once with each other. The line is not a cobra that will come back and again intersect. So if this here, we will expect only one solution between them. Do you agree or not? Parallel lines, they never intersect. So there is no solution. And if you look at coincident, this is like the boss and the buttering officer. This is red in color. No, sir, it is blue. I said red. Yes, sir, bluish red. I agree. This is red. No, this is pink. Yes, sir, this is pink. जो भी बोलेगा वही सुनेगा. This is a point of intersection. Yes. This is a point of intersection. Yes. This is how many points of intersection? Infinite point of intersection. So here we will say there are infinite solutions. Is this concept clear or not? So graphical is very easy to solve. You plot the graph of the two equations and you see their nature. If the two lines intersect, then that point is known as the solution. You will say the solution is whatever is the x coordinate, whatever is the y, say you say x equal to blah blah, y equal to blah blah, that's the solution. If the lines are parallel, you say these system of equations have no solution in them, common in them. And if the lines are coincident, then the solution is what? Infinite. There is not one. There are, because this line extends up till infinity, the other line also extends. इतना समझ में आया कि नहीं बोलो? Two linear equations in two variables represent two straight lines. Two straight lines can either intersect, be parallel or coincident. If they are parallel, no solution. Coincident, infinite solution. And if they intersect, only one solution. So point is, do we now know how to draw the graph? That is more important, right? Generally, you need a graph paper for this. But आओ अभी next में सीखते हैं how to draw a graph of this. Okay. Though I say that my system of equations The possibilities that are there are, number one, unique solution. Unique solution. This is also means one solution. This is called unique solution. समझ में आया? ये एक पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकता है. दूसरे पॉसिबिलिटी में हम कहते हैं no solution. Or say Vakul is very, very anxious for infinite, so why to make him sad? Anyway, he's coughing. So infinite solution. This is many solutions. Or my system can have no solution. Is this fine?
Sir, what would the equation?
Single solution. 0, 0. Unique solution means my graph will ultimately come like this. Infinitely many solution means my graph will be coming something like this. I hope you understand, right? So let's say this is the red line and this is the green line. Fine. And no solution means I will have parallel lines. Further, what I should know is if it is one solution, then we have intersecting lines, coincident lines, otherwise parallel lines. बोलो बच्चा, till here you have understood or not? ठीक है, आर्यस ठीक है तो बेटा? ओके, इतना समझ में आया तो? Right? Okay. Now see the three systems. We'll come to the graph. See the three systems. Then you will find that in these three systems, there is one sort of equation where there is no solution, one sort of equation where there is solution. If there is solution, there is one solution or many solution. Matlab, overall, we can again classify them under two heads. Solution, no solution. 1 and 2 have got solution. Do you agree or not? If the system of equations have solution, look, this is how you name it in terms of solution, right? This is how you name it in terms of lines. If the system has got a solution, then that system is always known as consistent. This will also be known as consistent. Consistent equation. पर दोनों में कुछ तो फर्क होगा, कुछ तो फर्क होगा. Consistent, agreed. Just look at this line. This line is something between a boss and his buttering officer. If boss says mango, what will the buttering one say? Mango. So don't you think the buttering officer's answer depends on the boss's answer? So these are known as consistent dependent. Consistent dependent. And the last one is known as, this does not give you any solution, so this is known as inconsistent. Children, I want you to copy this very properly, because this is where children make most mistake in board exams, because they forget their name. Pehle suno. This naming is on the basis of solution. This naming is on the basis of line nature. Understood? And this is on the basis of name of equation. Consistent equation. Consistent dependent. This is consistent independent actually. Okay. This is consistent, consistent dependent. We don't call it independent. Consistent means unique solution, katakati lines, crisscross. One solution. Consistent dependent means overlapping lines, coincident lines, many solutions. And inconsistent means no solution, parallel lines. क्या इतना आपको समझ में आया? Very good. Yes, sir. Please take care to go. Any day I always say, whenever you feel sick, be careful. There's a camera behind you, and please take some mild hot water, go home, and then attend the class. He came home to my home. He went to his home. He again came back. Now he's again going. घर से ही लेता. Why did you exaggerate your health so much? And children, all of you, I'm telling, the schools are going to open now. Please anticipate fever now. Fevers never happen in summer, never in cold. Whenever there's a change, now suddenly there will be 3, 4, 5 degrees difference once it rains. Be very, very careful. Avoid outside food as much as possible. Street food now. Okay? Yes, Wakul, aram se. You can go and attend. Yes. Is this understood? So our job is first what? To understand and know the graphical solution, right? So let's go to the thing. So we will be given, so our job will be like this. We will be given two linear equations, and we have to plot two graphs. Isn't it? Two graphs means basically two lines. And then what we have to do? Observe the trend. And once you observe the trend, after that you just comment. Comment what? Intersecting hai to there's a solution, the lines, the point of intersection, right? Now, let's say the equation, as I told you, the standard form of equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. Somebody may give you the equation in this form. Somebody may not give you the equation in this form. The other equation will be in the form a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. This is where slope-intercept form will come very handy for you, right? You are supposed to make its graph. Now, when you make its graph, it depends from school to school, but every school will like you to have little bit of struggle, because so they will make you basically do 5 observations, and the 5 observations will be something like this. The 5 observations would be, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 observations. Listen to me, okay? In which, let's say, you will have an x and you will calculate the value of y based on the equation that is given. You will take 5 values of x, you will get 5 values of y, and then you will plot a graph. But since this has to be a straight line, so all the points must lie in a straight line, right? So your graph will be basically coming out something like this. Say your graph comes out like this. And the points that you get, the points are, say this is 1 point, this is 1 point, this is 1 point, this is 1 point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 points which you have got. Now, whatever I say, you will feel very bad to hear, but please hear it. Going by your trend and your drawing skills, it is very unlikely, and this is by your generation, I'm saying, I'm commenting harsh. In our days, if somebody asked me to draw this graph, will exactly match it through 5 points. You will not be able to match through 5 points. Please understand. Your drawings are not that good. At least the students who are there in my batch here, 1 or 2 ko chhod ke, I am seeing you from grade 8 and I see your pencil holding style. Nahi hoga. Nahi hoga, lekin marks to chahiye na. We want marks. So how should we get it? And even the ones who are online, I don't think they are also some great MF Hussain that they will be able to do. Okay, Shreya, pardon me if I don't know, you all might be good also, but it's my generic feeling. I don't see a child making good geometric figures. So we will see how to do it nicely. Okay, to draw a straight line, how many points do you need? 2 points. Can you draw a straight line from 2 points? You should be, otherwise you kiss this part goodbye. Ye to tumse nahi banega. 2 points you should be able to draw a line. If not, then kiss yourself goodbye. Okay. From grade 8, I'm keeping on saying this. Again, I'll say, in order to do this, you need 1. You should always have a HB pencil. HB. Okay. You should have something which is known as a 2B pencil. A 2B pencil is softer than HB, which will give you a more darker impression, but it will wear out also very quickly. It's softer. You should have 1 eraser And the eraser should actually be a cuboidal eraser. Don't bring all those Mickey Mouse and Doraemon, out of which all the 8 corners should not be used. Your corners are very important for you, okay? Do not use all the 8 corners. Be very precious with them. Number 4, Number 4, you should have a 1-foot ruler. 1-foot ruler is a 12-inch scale. And number 5, you should have a divider. Divider is the one which has got sharp edge on both, and you used to think your whole life why that item was given in your pencil box or the compass. I have told one day, I will not say again, but I will tell you what you will do. You will have one pencil in your compass because you have a chapter called circle. You will use that pencil only to make it, no matter how much I say, right? And a line is an impression which is put only once. You never draw a line this and again do this. If you are doing this and this, please put the pencil on your ear, because you are fit to be a carpenter, not a student. Carpenter only does lines like this. In engineering and geometrical drawing, you never do lines like that. Only one impression. Sharp pencil. How sharp? The pencil, when put on my cheek, should pierce. The line will always be put by a HB pencil, and anything you write on the graph paper is always by a 2B pencil. 2B is dark, and it is to be used for all lettering and also endpoints. Endpoints means these arrows. Do you understand? This should also be 2B. Endpoints, lettering, and these circles. These circles should also be with 2B. This line should be with HB. Should there be a rubbering or erasing, use the corner. समझ में आ गया? अब आइए देखते हैं how to draw this. Okay, let's take an equation where the equation is given to me as y equal to 2x plus 3. They will give you the equation in this format. It doesn't look like this. Whatever equation is given, always bring it in this format. Always bring it in this format. So I write y equal to what, beta? 2x plus 3. Agreed? Your teacher will teach you to take 5 points, 0, some points on minus and all this. When you go to grade 11, what was this? This was standard form of equation of line. Able to understand now? Though we are studying linear equation, these are lines. So this is called standard. In grade 11, there is a chapter called straight line. This will be called standard form. And this will be called slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. The most common, I think in grade 9, I have talked a lot about the whole, everything is with slope intercept form, right? Even arithmetic progression that you do is also in slope intercept form, okay? Where this is known as the intercept, and this will be my y-intercept, and this is known as my slope. The general form of such an equation is y equal to mx plus c, where c is my y-intercept and m is known as my slope. इतना तक समझ में आया? आइए आगे बढ़े. बोलेंगे ना divider बोलेंगे. Divider is not to murder somebody. Divider, there is some use. We will tell that. चले इतना, okay? So my equation given is y equal to 2x plus 3, and I am supposed to draw its graph. Right? So I bring this equation, I come all equations in whatever format it is given to me, I will always write it in the form of y equal to mx plus c. How many points do we need to draw a line? 2 points. If you do it in this manner, the first point is already available. The first point is always 0c, the y-intercept. What do you mean by y-intercept? It is something like this. Y-intercept means I will be making a straight line, right, children? My straight line, so, okay, this is x dash 0 x, and this is y0 y dash. I will be making a straight line, and my straight line should have 2 points. The first point is always 0c, means the point on y-axis through which my graph will pass. So this particular graph will pass through 0, 3. There is no question about it. You have a doubt, Array Bhutnikas, put x equal to 0, then y is equal to 3. So 0, 3 is a point on this graph. So let's put it 1, say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And I start numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 2, negative 1, negative 3, 4, negative 5, 6. Done. Coordinate is mentioned. Then we have to also mention scale, that we will do later. Scale is a lettering, so it should be done with a 2B pencil. एक ही बार बनाऊंगा, इसके बाद नहीं बनाऊंगा. बाकी आगे आप इसको फॉलो करें नहीं करें आपकी मर्जी. I am the driving instructor. I will always say stop at a red light. But if you are like okay, 0C. So my graph this time will pass through 0, 3. So obviously 0, 3 is one of the point of my straight line. Agreed? Okay. The next point we calculate very quickly from the slope. The slope is equal to m. In this value, m is equal to 2. 2 can be written as 2 upon 1. 2 is 2 upon 1. Slope's formula is always rise upon run. Rise upon run. Achha, what is rise upon run? Sir, it is like this. Rise means always up or down. If the number is positive, so positive rise is always y upwards. Negative rise means you are going south. Sir, what do you mean by run? Run means you will either go positive on this side or this side. Like in chess, you have rook. It's like rook. Now, जिसको हम बोलते हैं ना chess में, वो सिर्फ सीधा सीधा चलता है. Understood? So my slope here in this problem is 2. 2 can be written as 2 by 1. So 2 is my rise and 1 is my run. But from where? From the point that you have already plotted. So how much is my rise now? 2. 3 say 2 uthunga. 2, 2 positive. 1, 2, 5. And run is how much? 1. 1 positive. Means here. So my point should be what? 1, 5. Is this understood or not? Who did not understand this? Did you understand this? Slope. Slope is, yeah, slope is what? Rise over run. Hey, in 9th you all were not taught slope. Hey, otherwise how did you solve velocity? Physics. Slope is slope. Physics slope. ठीक है, अभी यहाँ सीख लो, कोई बात नहीं. Slope is always rise over run. Rise means beta. If rise, positive rise means upwards, negative rise means this, like dance. And run means positive run is on the right side, negative run is on the left side. What is my slope value in this equation? 2x plus 3. 2 is the slope. 2 is a positive number. 2 can be written as 2 by 1. 2 by 1 means my rise is 2 positive, and run is 1 positive. But from where? From where you plotted your first point. So let's rise 2 positive. From 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Did you understand this or not? Anurag, eyes on my board. Next time if you otherwise say na, I did not understand, एकदम धुरंधर की तरह आंखों में ही syringe घुसा दूंगा पूरा. समझ में आया? यहाँ पे. And then my run is what? 1 positive. So 1 on the right side. Don't you think that point is 1, 5? 1, 5? So 1, 5 is my next point of my straight line. समझ में आया? 1, 5. 1, 1, and this is 5, 1, 5. For a line, I need 2 points. Are the 2 points available with me? Very good. Our Anvita was very much interested. Sir, where will I use the divider? Once this 2 point has been done, you mark the point, and points are not to be marked with your pencil. If I see that, my blood will boil. If I see anybody making point like this, point is just an impression. Just an impression. Dot. With what? 2B pencil. 2B pencil, and then you circle. Now you have your divider. I would say don't even first make that pencil. Use your divider that is having a sharp point, and on this point mark with your divider such that one hole is created, one depression, one gadda is created. Got it? And with your divider you mark or pierce this point. Stab is the better word. I stab on 2 points. Once I have stabbed on 2 points, 2 gaddas are available. Now it is depending on you. Align your scale in such a manner that the 2 gaddas are exactly on the edge of the scale. And if you have aligned it properly, you need not look at it. You can just look up like a blind child and mark the pencil with one stroke down. It will come down like this. Gadak, gadak. Your line is perfect. Remove the scale, your impression is done. Did you understand? Now that impression has been done, take your 2B pencil and make these 2 circles. Your ma'am won't be able to know whether you first made the circle and drew the line, because the job is actually to make the circle and draw the line. But going by your drawing standards, at least your line will either go near it or go past it. But if you first make the line and then make the dots, nobody gets to know. A good lady who makes puris will be able to roll nice puris. But if you give that job to Anurag, he will make one Australia's map, but he has to pass the exam. Then he will take a katora and make circles and then remove the stencil part. And then the examiner comes, beautiful Anurag, I just like your puris. And Shreya actually made the puris. Some puris like Scotland. I think Shreya, you need a lot of improvement. Samajh mein aa raha hai na? Who actually did it good? The other girl. But to get 5 puris all in round is very difficult. And in your generation, extra difficult. Then what do? You go back to your chart. So what is the first point we found? Our first point was, tell me bacha, our first point was 0, 3. The next point we found was 1, 5. Now look at this equation. If you take -1, 2 into -1 is -2. -2 plus 3, 1. So 1, 1 should be a point. Then let's take this as -2. 2 into -2, -4. -4 plus 3, -1. So -2 means -1. And if I take this as 2, 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. You'll remember these? Each of you remember 1 point, because I'll change the screen. 1, 1, -2, -1. You remember -2, -1. Which one? This is not possible. Na? If you take 2 ones are 2, 2 and 3. So we have to take what? -1. 2 into -1 is -2 plus 3, 1. Remember this. You remember -1, 1. You remember -2, 1. And you remember 2, 7. Shall you write the 3 points quickly so that we remember them? -1, 1. -1, 1. -2, 1. And 2, 7. Shall we go? Chalo. Okay. First point we have marked. Second point we have marked. Third point is what? -1, 1. -1, 1. Somewhere here. I'm not doing on graph paper, so a little bit of aberration. Asha, -1x and 1y. Okay, -1x and 1y. Oh. Then? -2, -1. Oh. But I'll not do like that. For me, my line is already, this is obtained, right? So I will first plot my line. This is what I want your guys to do, so that your ma'am doesn't get to know. Okay. Oh, we don't have that. Yes. This much you should be able to do in your exam. And you will do this with HB pencil. And then take your 2B pencil and just mark your heads. Mark your heads. This is mark the heads. This is 1 and this is 1. Now tell me the points. -1 on x and 1. -1, 1 means the point is here. It is lying. Next. -2 -1. 100% they will lie. देखो 2 and 2 here and 7 here, 6 7 somewhere here. Agreed? 2 and 7, 2 and 7. This is what you have done for your ma'am. Can ma'am now know whether you first made the points and made the line, or you made the line and made the points? She can't know. She cannot know. But if you would have plotted, if you would have gone by this method and you would have plotted all the points, I can bet, मैं bet कर दूंगा, or else you can thrash me with scale. If you can get a perfect line through all the 5 points, you won't be able to get. इसलिए पहले 2 points से बना लो. This is how I have taught every batch. If you think, no sir, I am still fine with the trivial method, I have no issues. My only submission is, bacha, this question comes for 5 marks. If you solve it correctly, you get 5 out of 5. But when you are doing graphically, the teacher will also be seeing it with the eyes of an Alsatian dog. And slide this way, that way, she has a chance to take off your marks. So now choice is up to you. I always believe, break the equation into this form. And also, if you have studied physics, simple slope, if the slope is positive, then the angle of line with positive x is always an acute angle. Angle is acute, see. The angle will always be acute. If the slope is negative, the angle will always be obtuse. If the slope is 0, it will be parallel. Slope 0 means bachcha bithao, bachcha should not slip. Slope infinity means it will come like this. Slope is also actually equal to tan theta. Tan theta, opposite by adjacent. Rise over run is also tan theta, right? The angle made with the positive direction of x-axis tells me the nature of the slope. If the angle is acute, the slope is always positive. If I would have changed this equation to y equal to negative 2x plus 3, the line will immediately, the line will pass through 0, 3, but it will make obtuse angle. 100%. तो आपके ऊपर है. If in this technique you want me to teach anything or recover something, children are absolutely fine. Or else, if you want to follow the trivial process, then you have to make such 5 readings. Every school wants 5. So be the Mazdoor, make 5 readings, plot your 5 points, and try to find the best fit line. All the best from my side. Because you will not carry all these things to exam, na? रेड मारने से भी नहीं मिलेगा तुम्हारे पास. You will carry that same pencil which is in the compass. You will twist the compass, and with that only you will write. And your compass pencil will be more in length than the compass, so you will not be able to make a circle. Then you will use this hand like a paratha, like that. The choice is yours now. In this technique, if you want to learn anything, or you think there is some doubt, what did I tell you? Instead of 5 points, go with only 2 points. It is easy to draw your line. Once the 2 points are formed, gadagadak, that's where the divider is used. And then later, go to your matrix and mark the other points on them. Graphical method इतना ही है. घर में practice कीजिएगा. अच्छा, so what is this? This was only one equation. So in the actual problem, I will be given one more equation, like say y equal to negative 3x plus 4. So I will get one more line. So negative 3x plus 4. Negative 3x plus 4 means this line must pass through what? The line must pass through 0, 4. And negative 3 means its slope is negative. So it will make an obtuse angle. So just roughly I am saying the other graph will come something like this. Just if you want, we can plot it. It will be from 4. What is the slope? Negative 3 by 1. So you come down negative 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1. So it should be passing through which point? It should be passing through 1, 1. So the line should pass through 1, 1. Typically like this. This is my equation number 2. And I will take my HB pencil, and on this I will write y equal to 2x plus 3. On this I will write y equal to negative 3x plus 4. Where are they meeting? They are meeting at this point. Agreed? They are meeting. Oh, sorry. They are meeting at this point. So they are meeting at this particular point, and this is my solution. How do you get the solution? Make a dotted line from here on the x-axis and make a dotted line on the y-axis. You'll get some coordinate value. This will be some point x1 and this will be y1. So your solution will be x1. This is your solution. And if the two lines would have come out parallel, no solution. And if the two lines would have gone on one over the other, infinitely many solution. So question comes, have we understood graphical method? Graphical method is all about plotting graphs. And when you, what is the time? Yeah. Graphical method is all about plotting graphs, plotting straight lines, watching the nature of their lines and how you make those lines. You have a choice to make them in this manner, which is also correct, or you can be a little bit smarty child and make it in this manner. This is also correct. End of the day, you have to give an answer. Perfect. Any questions from anyone here?
Marking the points. We have to use HP, 2B pencil.
नहीं वहां पे तभी ऐसा मत करते रहना sir said 2B, sir said HB. Actually, if you, the line generally goes as a faint line. These lines are good with a mechanical pencil also. A mechanical pencil is also good, the one which has got lid inside it. The points should actually clearly come out. So I always say on the points, stab your divider. If you stab your divider and mark with an HB, the HB is a soft pencil. The HB will leave a graphic mark on that hole. When you stab, you are basically making what in magnified? A conical depression. And on that you will be putting your, not HB, 2B lid. So the 2B lid will deposit the graphite over there. The points will look very beautiful. Did you understand? When you make graphs, and on those graphs you are supposed making points. So you have made a line. On that line, stab it with that divider. If you stab it with the divider, how is the divider's edge? Oh, sorry, the divider's edge is something like this, magnified. So when you stab it on the paper, are you not creating a conical hole? Right? And then on this, you are trying to fill it up with a 2B pencil. The 2B pencil will immediately melt here and fill up this. I'm drawing very magnified images. Point will look very beautiful. And then you make your circle. और अगर ये सब बहुत ज्यादा हाई फाई लग रहा है तो अपने टेक्निक से कर लेना, बस साफ करना. Stop it at all 5 points and draw a line. नहीं आएगा, नहीं होगा आपसे, मुश्किल है. I am asking you to do ghadak ghadak. You are saying I will do ghadak 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 ghadak. If you do it, then you are Hamza Ali Mazari. But if you are not able to do it, then you are Alam. गोली खा के मरोगे, दो में से एक. ठीक है ना? There is no second thought. And see, in exam, time is the issue. इसको करने में you will take 6 to 7 minutes. Imagine your line did not touch one point. Then you will take your rubber, then it will show one line already. ये मेरे जख्म के वो दाग हैं जो दिखेंगे. उसके ऊपर एक और लाइन बनाओगे, वो और गंदा दिखेगा. So attempt this question only if you feel मैं एक बार में निकाल लूंगा. Have you made ever gujia and then you make that knot, wrapping? That is never stopped in between. You have to do it in one go. Tack. A samosa has to be closed in one go. Then only the look will come. You cannot do first this way. Origami thori hai. फिर your gujia will look like this. Your wish. Now you do. Fine. So basically you have understood. Okay, now the next thing is, I told you that we will also discuss about something which is called the criteria versus equation. So I come back, I go back to this slide. Yeah, this slide, okay. So my equations will be, children, given in the standard form. Now this is to be, when now graphical part is over. Now I'm getting into analytical. My equations are a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Children, graph is done. What is Jaideep sir now trying to teach you? Jaideep sir is now trying to teach you. This is gone. He has now entered analytical and he is in this part. Criteria. Okay. So, equations will be this. Now question arises, sir, in our exam, ma'am gave the equation as y equal to 2x plus 3. Kaam nahi karega. You have to convert it into this form. So shall we convert this equation? The equation becomes negative 2x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. And ma'am gave another equation y equal to minus 3x plus 4. So this becomes 3x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Now this is called standard form. Whatever I am going to teach, to learn that you have to first bring it in standard form. Otherwise ये होगा नहीं आपसे. Standard form में आने के बाद, if it has unique solution, आपको करने की जरूरत नहीं. Here the relation will be a1 by a2 will not be equal to v1 by b2. This criteria will be there. Look at, did we get a unique solution with those two? Yes, we got a unique solution. Just do a1 by a2. 2 by negative 3 is never equal to 3 by 4. Therefore, this system of equations will always give me unique solution. Minus 2 by 3 is never equal to 1 by 1. Minus 2 by 3 is never equal to 1 by 1. Thanks for correcting. Right? So, if you look for this equation, it is minus 2 by 3 and on this side we have 1 upon 1. They are not equal. Therefore, we got unique solution. Achha, if you are consistent dependent, means both the lines are same. Both the lines are same. So here it will be a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1. Khula chhoot hai isko, bhago. Everything will be equal to each other. Such a case will be seen in parallel lines. Any two parallel lines, this criteria will be met. This is called coincident or consistent dependent. All the names should be very clear because when they give you fill in the blanks and true or false, they will not use these language. These are very easy. They will use this consistent, coincident, consistent, dependent, inconsistent. And here it will be a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2, but not equal to c1 by c2. These three criteria should be in your medulla oblongata. You know what is medulla oblongata? Yeah, not the cerebrum, not the cerebellum, but the medulla oblongata, which is the memory part of your brain. And if you are unable to do it, then Ayurvedic tonic Branolia is there. And in terms of herbs, there is a sag called Brahmi sag. I don't know whether you've heard about it. Brahmi sag is known to create memory. Yes, but it is very, very bitter. So I had a friend in civil engineering with me in a hostel. Like 1 month before exam, he'll go and buy one Branolia from an Ayurvedic store. What are you doing? He's now a professor in Japan. So he used to say, no, increasing brain power. So keep on drinking Branolia. You have to remember this. This chart is another chart which should find a place in your washroom, sorry, in your study table, in front of your study table, in front of your wash basin where you brush your teeth. The other day I drew it for grade 9 and they were actually laughing at me. Then grade 8, but there is a, Fazuko jante ho na? So grade 8 boy started saying, no, my sister did it because his sister was in grade 10 last year. One chart in front of your study table, one chart in front of the mirror where the wash basin is here and you here do EV, then it should be fixed here. And one below your toilet seat, on the wall beside your toilet seat as you are seated. One chart there. Now you'll ask me, sir, what all are you saying? These are nonsense. These are not nonsense. Every time you see something, it gets registered on your brain. 2 more minutes, which I give an example to everyone. You come to my house every day. You come to my house only. But there is my neighbor who keeps a yellow cycle outside. You are least bothered about them. You never go to them. After 6 months, one day my neighbor removes that yellow cycle. 80% of you will first come and ask me, sir, what about that cycle? It is not seen. Did we ever discuss about that cycle in our class? No. But in your memory, you know, Jaideep sir's house means one yellow cycle in front. So when your friend starts battling with you, no, I know it is A1 by E2 equal to, every day when I am shitting, I see that. When I'm brushing, I see that. When I study, I see that. You're betting with me. And I know that problem is on my left-hand side of the book at the bottom portion. There's another biological part to it. You're a grown-up student, so please understand. A person cannot excrete or any sort of excretion, either urination or excretion, by thinking on two terms. Did you understand what I'm saying? Once a person is excreting anything from his body, whether it is urine or excretion, he cannot think another thing. That's why people say, if you want to hear the truth, catch the person in the urinal. Because when he is passing his urine, वो झूठ नहीं बोल सकता है. झूठ बोलने के लिए सोचना पड़ेगा, सोचने से urine बंद हो जाएगा. This is our teacher used to tell us. It's truth. Try thinking and passing urine, आपसे नहीं होगा. रुक जाएगा. Brain is in one flow. That's why they say, if you lose something and you're not finding it, चाबी कहीं तो खो गया, मिल ही नहीं रहा है, straight away go and sit in the WC. And your brain will come in one go and the eureka moment will come. याद आ गया, कल रत्नदीप में चाबी छोड़ के आया था. You go there and you'll find your चाबी out there. Why can't you remember? Because the brain is processing many signals. It has to concentrate. I ask you something. Can you just right now think about your home's main door handles, top portion, is the paint intact or removed? थोड़ा दिखता है, मुश्किल होता है ना, थोड़ा पेन आ जाता है. मेडिटेशन में क्या करते हैं? दूर की चीजों को सोचो आते हैं. दूर का चीज सोचो. Try and think about the Pebble City approach road, left side pothole. How many stones were there? Immediately सोचो तो नहीं आ रहा है तुम्हें. That's meditation, and this is meditation. Because in grade 11, you will get 34 formulas of mathematics waiting for you. You just did sine cos 3 formulas. There are some 20 formulas which will come, 20, 26. And in with those 26 will have another 26 of calculus in grade 12. How will you remember? Even I don't remember. मेरे घर में, मेरे वॉशरूम में भी ये लगा हुआ है. तो मैं पढ़ाता हूँ, मुझे चाहिए ना. That's only maths. There are physics also, chemistry also. How do you remember? Either you study every day. I don't study every day like a student, but I need to remember. यही रास्ता है. तो इसका तो भाई साहब एक चार्ट बना लीजिए, बताना मेरा फर्ज है. And once this chart, this is what my chemistry sir used to tell me, and he used to say, whichever is जो ज्यादा याद नहीं आता है ना, which one you don't remember properly, उसके पास में थोड़ा ऐसा वैसा बना के रखो, मुरुकु, so that when you fight with your friend, you say, I know it. It is on the right hand side, top page, and there's a muruku with it. I see it every day. बस ये.